Well, welcome to Real Talk with Jordan Riley, where the real talk does not come from me, it comes directly from God's Word. And before we get started today, would you please consider subscribing to our channel and giving this a thumbs up? Also, if you can, please go to realtalkwithjordan.com and help support this ministry, because with your donations, we can continue to bring more Real Talk episodes to you every week. So are you ready? Let's go. On today's video, we're going to look at MrBeast and the controversy surrounding his right-hand man, his sidekick, Tyson, and how he has been trying to slowly transition into being a woman.
In the most recent MrBeast live stream, MrBeast confronted Tyson after coming out as transgender. It seems like the whole group and MrBeast are supporting his decision. This is what was said during the live stream.
And this is what we were looking for. Be brave. Be honest, be kind, MrBeast. That is my tagline.
Hi guys.
Where should I put that?
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
I've been here.
What?
Hey, nice shirt.
Thanks, dude. Nice shirt.
Hey, nice shirt.
Thanks, dude. Nice shirt.
Thanks. Nice shirt.
Nice shoes.
Oh, wow, he's different.
I knew where you were going. I've been on the internet too long.
Okay, so they just hand him the streak, so Trick put him up. All right.
Almost.
I got you. I got you on it. Let's see if I can do this one.
It's tough to do with no trucks. I've never. There you go. There you go.
It's tough to do with no trucks.
It wasn't.
Now, for those of you who are not familiar with MrBeast or maybe have no clue what I'm talking about, MrBeast is the biggest personality and YouTube channel on the planet. He's got over 150 million subscribers on his channel. But the biggest problem isn't the number, but who subscribes to his channel. And that is young kids, teenagers, young adults, people that are very, very impressionable. That's what's important, because what's being celebrated, what's being put on his channel before this controversy was family friendly. You know, it was a lot of stuff where he did challenges and he gave money away and he helped people. And this channel brings in tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars every year. I mean, he puts out a video and it goes viral instantaneously and has tens, if not hundreds of millions of views. So it brings in a lot of money. But now there's his sidekick, Tyson, who was a family guy just a little while ago, had a wife and a son. And now he is trying to be a she. And this is a major, major problem. This is an assault on God and it's a problem for our young people. Okay, so we need to look at this because this is the trans movement. And everywhere you look today, we see it. We see it in sports. We see it on Disney. We see it in the media, the culture. It's everywhere. And people are celebrating it. And we're almost forced to just accept it. That's the problem. So I want to make sure that you hear me clearly, because I have some things to say about this. First of all, Genesis 1:26 and 27. God made either male or female. You're either XX or XY. There's no in between. There's no third or fourth or fifth or sixth categories. That's it. You're either male or female. And according to Psalm 139, verses 13 through 16, God made you who he wanted you to be. We don't get to determine how we want to be. And that's what's really going on with this Tyson and MrBeast. He's literally determined in his head, well, you know what? I don't want to be a guy anymore. I don't want to be a husband. I don't want to be a father. I just want to do whatever I want to do. I feel like God made a mistake and I'm supposed to be a woman. And if you look at his transition and the hormone replacement therapy he's been taking, it's insane. I mean, he went from this manly trucker country guy, went to a Christian school, by the way, when he was a kid. Now he's got a crop top, he's got painted fingernails, long hair, and he looks feminine. This is a problem. And again, like I said, it's an assault on God. You look at Romans chapter 1, verses 24 through 28, and we see three sexual revolutions. First is, the sexual revolution, the homosexual revolution, and now the transgender or reprobate mind. And that's where we're at. We're in the final judgment of this, you guys. You have to see this. And that's what's going on. A reprobate mind is a mind that doesn't think straight. The people that are men that think they're women or women that think they're men. I mean, we see that in the government. Joe Biden, puts a guy who's got long hair and calls himself something else to be in his cabinet. No, that's a dude. That's not a woman. Now, I want you to think about this just from practical things. People in the trans movement are 20 times more likely to commit suicide than normal, average, everyday people. That's sad. Also, their depression rate is 50% higher than normal society. And again, MrBeast and his program, which reaches everyone around the planet, and the impressionable young people, which is where things start, if you look at it, they're normalizing this stuff. That's why you see it a lot in Disney and cartoons, in the media, and even our teachers at school, in the public school system, are teaching this garbage and making like, oh, hey, trans is fine. Whatever you feel in your head, that sounds great. No, it's not great. This is not only an assault on God, it's an assault on our young people. And again, people who are trans, they are cut off from reality. That's why they're so depressed and why they're so suicidal. They've ceased to exist. They're not who they really are. They're kind of like a fantasy person. And I want you to understand this, and I'm not trying to dog the internet, but that's really what the internet does. It allows you to be whoever you want yourself to be. You can create this little fantasy world. I could just say, I'm a, 20-year-old woman with six-pack abs and long blonde hair. No, I'm not. I'm a guy. This is who God made me, what you see right here. I'm not going to be anything other than what God did. Now, I want you to also know this, and this is what Chris has done really, and we're going really to the surface, or the root of this problem, and that's this. When Chris does this whole transitioning thing, trying to be a woman, taking hormone replacement therapy, pills, or whatever he's doing, he's saying that God got it wrong, that God made a mistake, that I'm the God of my life, that I can do whatever I want or I feel. And this is the heart of the thing that we've got to be aware of, you guys. We cannot keep celebrating what God doesn't celebrate. And just because someone feels something or they identify as something or they have these feelings of who they are when that's really not the biological fact, we've got to stand up and speak the truth in love. Because the Bible is about the truth. It's not about your feelings. And the Bible really does not care about your and my feelings. It doesn't. It cares about the truth of what God has done and how God has made us. That's important. Now, I want to read you a verse really quick, and this is really what I want you to hear as we kind of wrap up this Jordan Reacts. And that's this. Luke 17, verses 1 and 2. Because I believe that MrBeast and Chris Tyson especially are violating this verse. It says, "Woe to him who causes someone to stumble." And then Jesus goes on and say, "It would have been better if they had never been born." Think about that a second. These people are leading our little ones astray. They're normalizing, celebrating, making it look like it's okay, that you can be whoever you want, that however you feel inside of your head, hey, that's great. No, it is not. And we have got to stop celebrating. We've got to stop giving it a pass. We've got to stop using personal pronouns and calling people what they prefer. No, we've got to call them what God calls them. So I'm challenging you today. Stop supporting these things. Unsubscribe from MrBeast if you have to, or speak up. Talk to your kids, your grandkids, kids in your church, people who will listen. Let's speak the truth in love and begin to affirm what God affirms and reject what God rejects.